No, this is golden. So wait, it's do? I never know how to say it. Do say? I told my friend because I went to True Kitchen, and you know they have these do say. I was like, I'm gonna call her. What did I say? Just say, do say, doozy. No, like boozy. I was like, I want the doozy.
No, that's a big you.
Doozy. I'm scared. All right. Good. You have to look at me in the eye. Every week I have to tell people this. Like, y'all just must have terrible sex. You have to look at someone in the eyes or it's like,
I had to force my eyes open. Like.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah. Alright, hi Hunnies. Hey, what's up guys? This week we have here, all the way from St. Louis, I'm so happy to have him here, Eli. He owns a production company in St. Louis. He has a show on YouTube, so after you're done watching this, go and head to his YouTube page and watch that, called Toxic. I watched the whole season in one day, so it's really good. And he also has his own podcast called The Perspective. So we're really excited to have him here today. Yeah, lots to talk about. He writes, you wrote Toxic, right?
Yep, wrote, directed, starred in Toxic, yep.
Wrote, directed, and starred. No. So clearly you have like experience in toxic situations if you had like enough material to write a show, right?
Yeah, I mean it wasn't all of my toxic situations. It was myself, friends, all of my stories.
So y'all all have toxic situations.
Yeah, I feel like we all have toxic situations sometime in life. That's why you can relate to it, right?
I didn't say I can't relate to that show because I mean, who's the main guy? Who did you play? What's
Joe.
His name? Joe. Joe's a fuckboy, so I can relate to that situation because he's problematic. But they like the fights they got, like they were toxic in the point where like the fights that they got into, like at one point I could tell like she's trying to fight with him, like to try to do it. But did they live together? Because they woke up together that one morning, whatever. Did they live together or no?
No, they didn't live together. They don't live together. She has her own apartment, and that's what you see in the second episode.
Oh yeah, because the girls. Yeah. So they were at their man's place.
Apartment, yeah. And the girls are pre-gaming at her apartment. But you know, like sometimes when you're dating somebody, you get so close.
And then you pretty much
you end up leaving, kind of, staying 3, 4, 5 days in a row.
So do you recommend?
There.
So do you recommend or not recommend?
I don't recommend.
Living together?
No, not at all. Not till marriage. Yeah.
I mean, okay, so I have a 4-day, 3-day rule. So
that sounds so specific.
No, it is because so
I don't know if I want to date you. All right.
No, it's
Monday
not.
through Wednesday, you know not.
Well, no, because it doesn't have to be like in a row.
Yeah.
It just has to be in a collective week time. 4 days we can spend together, like full, but 3 days I need like you to go away.
And you get to pick your days.
I thought it's whatever flows in the schedule of the week.
Okay.
So if like
every other weekend.
It's not that. No, it's not that because I'm telling you, if someone's in your home for longer than 4 days, I don't even care if someone's been.
I don't even like being on vacation for 4 days. I need to get back to my bed.
I don't like family members
3 nights, 4 nights max. Yeah.
I don't like family members visiting for more than like 4. But I get stressed. Like when I hear Christmas and someone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna come for a week," I'm like,
A week?
Yeah, that's after. I'm telling you, after 4 days, I'm like, okay, it's time to go. But like, I really don't believe, being stuck in that lease is like a crazy thing. But down here, I will say down here, before I moved here, I feel like in DC, we both lived in DC at the same time. I don't feel like as many people live together, like right away in relationships because like rent's expensive, you have leases to break, it's like a lot. But down here, I swear, I'll hear people like live together like after a month and stuff like that. And it was funny because I saw this tweet on Twitter. It was like, don't care or don't notice, not on Twitter, on Instagram. It was like, listen, no matter how bad someone's story is, don't let them live with you or move in your house or stay with you.
Justin LaBoy said?
Yeah.
Is it a little boy or LA boy?
I call him LA boy, but I call him Duce, or Ducey, so like, I don't pronounce things correctly most of the time, so I say
LA boy.
LA boy, because he's from LA. Like, what is love boy? What is love? Love boy? Like,
I thought it was like
Bella.
The boy.
I
don't know.
I don't know what love means, but I saw that and it made me think of that because I was like, I know so many people who are in situations with terrible people who like, they let them in to help them out and they can't kick them out
because
it's
like they're ready to break up with them, but now shit.
Well, they can't kick them out because people would be homeless because like the situation and they can't get their own place. So if you're living with a girl, are you splitting rent?
No. More than likely, I'll be paying.
The whole rent?
Yeah, it depends. It depends. So my situation, we did split it a little bit. And that was because of the circumstance. We didn't want to move in together at the time we did. So, the only reason we moved in together was because her roommate broke the lease and had to leave. And she was gonna be left with...
Oh, it was a 2-bedroom?
It was a 2-bedroom. And she would have been left paying the rent for that 2-bedroom for the rest of our lease, which would have been like, I think, another 10 months. And we had I cared about her a lot, my feelings was there, and I was just like, I'm gonna take this next step. I'm gonna make this leap, I see a future with her.
But if her roommate...
I moved in to help her with the rent.
But if her roommate, I don't get it.
Well, her roommate was her sister. So I think it was just kind of like...
I was gonna say, how was she able? I would have been like, you have a cat. I would have like...
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they had like a little family conversation before that.
Did you offer?
Yeah, I told her, wait, offer what?
Like, did you offer, hey, I'll just move in? Or how was it decided? Did she try to find another roommate?
She tried to, but it didn't work out.
Like, how?
None of them were a good fit.
Okay.
And I think she was just ready to just keep paying the rent. But I did step in and was like, all right, I'll help out.
Okay.
Yeah, but.
Did you lasted the whole lease?
Yep, we did. But it was that was literally when our relationship started going on decline.
Why?
So we moved in.
What is it about living with someone?
It's just something about not having your own space sometimes to just go to, especially with an apartment.
But you're in a 2-bedroom, so that means like y'all had you could have had your own room.
Nah. The other bedroom we didn't really like because it didn't have any windows. It was really weird. Like, and then also we had like people come through, like family that stayed and came.
If your relationship was really bad, why were people coming and visiting you?
I mean, it didn't start off.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I would have been in use of that second bedroom. Someone would have been moving to that second bedroom. Because I'm very much like home is my peace, like that's my area. Like I need my bath times to smoke. I need my like time to watch my TV shows without you speaking to me. I need my I don't know what else, but like that's my space.
Right.
I don't even want to talk to someone and like have to worry about if they like the certain couch or something. Like, were you allowed to bring your furniture and stuff in?
Oh yeah, it was like half and half. Like she had like the bedroom, everything for the living room was pretty much my stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you weren't there, was the living room just empty?
What do you mean when I wasn't there?
Because this was her apartment first and you moved in. So like, if you brought all your stuff.
Her sister took the stuff, like the living room stuff. So that's why I brought the living room stuff. She took her bedroom stuff and the living room stuff.
So
and then
you had your own place.
Yeah, I had my own place. Yeah.
Okay.
And what was cool was the sister paid to break my lease. So I was just like, all right, it's an easy deal.
That sounds like a setup.
You know?
I did feel like she had a conversation with her sister was like, I really want Elijah to move in with me. Like, I think like her sister that was sitting, and her sister was probably like, you know, I want to move somewhere, but like, you know, we have this lease and blah, blah, blah. And she would be like, well, me and Elijah have been like going together for a while. I really like him. I think like we would do that. And then I think like, cause it sounds way too convenient. Like she broke your lease, she took out the lip and like it came. It sounds like it was very like,
that could have happened.
Systematic. And then like you didn't have to pay the rent, you split the rent, so that sounds like it's very, but I would say, you think most couples in situations split rent or the guy pays rent?
Most couples I know, the guy pays the rent.
And then they pay like,
and then usually the girlfriend probably pays for groceries or do different little stuff like that. Yeah.
See, that's how I like see it.
That's how you did it. Yeah.
But I've heard like situations where like the girl's paying the rent, or listen,
damn,
out here, whoo. But there's also situations where like you're splitting it 50-50, which I think. For me, if someone's going to move into this home, they have to pay the rent. And I'm not even gonna let you on my lease, though. Like, that's my rule.
Oh, you want him to pay and he's not even on the lease?
Yeah, because, well...
So you can kick him out at any time. And he'll be like, hey, I need the rent money.
No. While you're here and staying here, you can pay because I can pay my own rent. So, like, while you're here and staying here, you have to pay the rent.
You just don't want to be contractually bound.
Exactly. I don't want unless you know I have kids.
You're gonna miss you.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna pick up my kids and move them somewhere because you're being an asshole. Like, so therefore I'm like, in order to live with me, you have to pay my rent and you can't be.
But when do you get to the point that you want to live with somebody?
Like get a place us both on the lease
or that you're saying, you know.
Oh, I mean, why? It depends.
Because that just sounds like a long-term guest. Like I get it, because my nigga's on the lease, but you can stay here for a couple days or months. It depends.
I mean, I would prefer you to have. You don't have to have your own place, but I prefer you to have like. Maybe your friend has a house and he has like a couch that you can go and stay for the 3 days, so you're there for the 3 days, like, or something. For me, someone.
Are we back to the 4-day, 3-day thing? Because I think you skipped all of it.
Because I'm thinking, because now I thought about it, I was like, if they live here, then like I would have to then see them every day too. So I really want you to have your own. I don't want you don't have to have your own place, but like. I can't feel like if I need you out my space, you have nowhere to go. Same with me though. Yeah.
Because I gotta kick you out.
No, it's not even like sometimes I just need like space. Like I really need space sometimes. Yeah. But then like I do, but like sometimes I don't. But I'm saying like that's why, because I feel like if you go hard too much, 2 times, that's when you guys get burned out.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't know. I just think that like there's a lot of people out here that will move in with someone like just to split rent or just to have their bills paid or something like that. I've heard girls say that, you know. I've heard girls say that, you know, they just like, or they want a boyfriend so they don't have to pay rent anymore and all that stuff. But then, and that's why, like, whenever you hear the big discussions about who pays for what and rent and all that stuff, it's always like, guys are always concerned that someone's like using them for money and all this type of stuff. Which I think, for me, it's ridiculous because, like, let's be honest, the average person, male, does not have all this money that, like, these girls can scam and like use them. Like, cause they try to use like city girls as an example, or like, cause you know all rap songs now are about like women, you know, like get guys to buy you this and this and that. But like most of y'all can't buy Birkins and stuff for people, so why are you mad about that? Like that's not even even your demographic that they're like trying to take advantage of. So
Right.
you're good. You're good. You're good. So like I do think when you pay for stuff and do stuff, there's a shift of power in relationships. So that's also what I don't like. I don't want people to feel like they're in control of my home. So like, if you pay rent, be like, well, I pay rent in this place, so da 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 da. I think, and stuff like that. And I think like a lot of, when people pay for stuff, they feel like they are empowered. No, they're like empowered, or they feel like they have one up on you.
Yeah.
Which is something I don't. So I think that's what makes another unhealthy situation. And then that makes your home unhealthy. And like, who wants to live in it? Like, that's your peaceful place. So, I don't know. But I will say, I think a lot of guys out here do think though that like girls just are using them for money and things like that, which I don't necessarily think. And so like, is that like equivalent to like a girl like fuck boy? What's it, like a fuck girl? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I think we call it a city girl. Something like that. Ain't that
city
pretty much
girl?
what it is? Fuck girl just doesn't roll off the tongue right.
I asked Instagram once,
Fuck
like,
girl?
what's a fuck girl? Someone told me they're called bald-headed hoes.
A chicken head?
No, bald-headed.
Bald-headed hoe?
How many girls be like, I'm out doing bald-headed hoe shit? What's a bald-head, like, you call it, what's a bald-headed hoe?
A hoe that's bald-headed. What are we talking about?
I see. That's what I asked. I was like, what's the girl version of like a fuck, of like a fuck?
I would like the
is a fuck girl?
term city girl.
I like the term
because I
city
think
girl,
that's
too.
pretty equivalent, you know.
So what's a city girl?
I feel like a fuck boy and a city girl both have positive and negative ambitions when they go after people. It's like I think they still think you're a nice person, but at the same time, it's like I gotta get what I want. You know, it's like more selfish. They're more selfish than regular people.
Let's
I think
look
that's
up
a big
the definition
characteristic of like a fuck boy or a city girl.
of a city girl.
Yeah, what is that?
So a city girl is a woman who does not have the funds to support the lifestyle she dreams to live, so she hunts down wealthy men out. So, but a fuckboy is, let's see.
I don't know why I feel like this definition gonna be so reckless.
Alright, so let's look. This bitches article, beaches. Is it beaches?
It's betches.
Betches. Yes, betch. Okay. So they have 15 signs of being a fuckboy. Let's see. Elijah, did you do anything?
I think I wrote them too.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it on my phone.
Okay, he asked you to hang out, but doesn't text you to follow up. And when you asked if he's still on, he said, sure, should I meet you? Have you ever done that?
Earlier on.
So, but
Yeah, when I was younger. But that's just real passive. You don't get what
that's real passive. No.
Hey, sure, where should I meet you?
What? No.
Where?
Stop it. You asked her to hang out.
No, I'm saying he's being real passive. Like he's asking to hang out, but like just saying, hey, where we going, right?
No. That's not passive. That's a fuckboy. How are you asking me out and then I'm like, so do we have plans? You'd be like, sure, what do you want to do? That's like being like,
because he acting scared.
it's not acting scared. That's not what that translates to. That translates to like, I don't really want to see you, but like, sure, if you want to see me, what are you doing? I'll come hang out with you. Like, that's not, I don't read passive from that. I don't read, oh, he's scared. I read like, he don't want to talk to me.
What's the next one? He says things.
It's like, we should hang, but never initiate the
He's not really interested in you. He's not really trying to hang. He's not really trying.
No, that's what I hate. I call those niggas pen pals. Like, they will literally be like, hey, I want to see you. Hey, I want to hang.
We talked about
I want to see you. And I'll be like, okay, what do you want to do? I don't know, I want to see you. Okay, bye. Like, you don't want to see me.
We talked about this because I said I don't like talking for a long time on the apps.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like after like 2, 3, 4 messages, I'm saying, hey, you want to go to Mission Taco on Thursday at 6?
Yeah. No, I agree with that. My only
Because
issue
too
with
long,
that,
you don't call.
or like texting in general.
This is interesting.
I don't like texting in general. Like, unless I know you and we're like cool and we have like things to say, or you can send me like a funny like meme you saw or like a funny video or something, or like we can text about a specific thing. But if you say like, hey, what's up? Nothing. What's up with you? Nothing.
Not much.
So what do you do?
And then go right back up. What you do?
That is a very big waste of time,
Yeah.
and I would prefer to like, let's just not do that. Like, I don't mind. I don't mind someone like FaceTiming. I won't say that. I don't mind someone calling me.
When I was dating somebody, they said that, hey, are you a FaceTime or a call? I was like, I usually call, but I don't mind. I don't mind FaceTime. And she was just like, I was just asking because FaceTime is like a new thing now. People don't even call anymore, they just FaceTime.
I mean, yeah, I FaceTime a lot.
And maybe Corona has had a lot to do with that. It's like, because we've had to quarantine, you've got to like.
But I was like that before that. Like, I'll FaceTime people. Yeah, I like FaceTiming people. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, like, when I first meet, now, like, my friend told me this guy asked her, so follows her on Instagram, right? Mm-hmm. Talks to her all the time. Asked her out on a date. I had someone do this to me too. And he's like, but we have to FaceTime first. And she was like,
what? That's weird. What?
And she was just like,
I thought you on the date.
Yeah, and she was like, why? And like, he wanted to make sure.
But they was already friends on IG.
Exactly, but
see,
like.
Because that's usually the first one. Where the guy be like, are you offended if you match with somebody on Tinder, whichever dating profile you want?
I don't
and he
do
says,
apps anymore.
Oh, you don't?
But
would you get offended if somebody asks you, what's your IG?
No, but I don't typically. I'll give them HiHighHunnies. I don't give out.
But your face is still on.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. But people still get like offended. But it's just like some people just want to see what they get into because.
But my thing is, IG is posted pictures. Like, you think people don't think a lot about their IG pics?
No, I think they do. But I'm just saying.
You want to see my IG to make sure I look the same.
On IG, you can see more pictures, and then also you can see who's tagged.
Oh, so you one of those? You you is not
like, because
tag who are mutual friends of?
I'm like, I ain't trying to get here, and you be totally different. You never.
But
have you ever been hatfish? I just learned that word the other day.
What is hatfish?
Like a guy with no hairline that always has pictures of with his hat on.
Siri, what's hatfish? Oh, they didn't even get me right. Hatfish. That was funny. They did not understand hatfish.
But somebody said that
what is
it's
hatfish?
Like when a guy who has like no hairline or like he's bald or something like that, he always wears hats or something like that.
That's my dad. Like, my dad doesn't wear, like, always wears hats and stuff. But I mean, like, I dated a guy who was like bald. I dated a guy who was bald.
That's cool. I don't know how we got to this, but you were saying, but you was asking me why would I go through like the IG photos?
What, to make sure, like, so you're worried about being catfit, but I'm saying IG is strictly posted. Like, I'm not posting a picture on my main IG page unless it looks good.
But it's better than Tinder or Hinge.
Tinder, what? How many photos you get?
About 5.
On my IG, I'm telling you, they're all like, I take a lot of pictures. I hate to break it to y'all, but like, it's not like, you know.
Ain't no big difference.
Exactly. Like, I picked 5 of like my 40, almost all the same pictures. You think I'm gonna put a picture on IG that I don't think I look good on? So I'm saying it's the same thing. But I still say, guys like that, I don't know, like some guys will want to FaceTime you right away, like after just meeting you Like, they might get your number and try to FaceTime you the next day. That's weird to me. I don't know why that's weird to me, but like...
It does feel, I don't know, like a lot.
But I'd rather have you have some sort of, you know, wait.
What
this
story?
is a funny story. So this guy, like, this is terrible, but like, I went through like a heavy dating stage. So like, I would have people texting me and like, I don't say people's numbers unless like, I know I'm going to communicate with you in the future, right? So I always count on people to have an iPhone and they have a name tag thing on their iPhone. But of course this person didn't. And he would always like text me every like 5 days being like, hey babe, da 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 da. And acting like we knew each other. And I would like look through the message, I'm like, bruh, I have no idea who this is, like blah blah blah. And he would always ask me to get ice cream. And it was like always on like a...
That sounds so fucking weird.
That
sounds so
It was always on some like a late night thing, and so I thought it was like creepy.
Late night
and I would never respond.
Yeah, my white van with no windows are right around the corner.
But I would not respond. But when he like would not respond, like he would say, "Hey, Faith, how was your day?" And so I respond because I felt guilty because like clearly the man knows me and I have no clue who he is. And so I'd be like, "Hey, it's good." And he'd be like, "Want to get some ice cream?" And I didn't respond. And then he would always try to FaceTime me. And I'm like, "Who the fuck is this trying to FaceTime me?" And I'm like, I feel like there's certain levels you have to be before
maybe you think if
FaceTime.
you see this face, shit, come get this ice cream with me.
No, ice cream? No, I found out later because like I always would like ask my husband, my friend, and be like, I don't know who, and they're like, Faith, just ask me, like I don't know who you are. I'm like, no. So I answered, like he tried to FaceTime me, I'm like, sorry, I'm like shower. I said I was doing something.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me call you back. And then I called him back on regular because I'm not FaceTiming with like a stranger.
Right.
And then when talking to him, did not know who he was, but found out he does not drink, does not smoke, or anything. And so that's why he was asking me to get ice cream. And I never, then after like that, I just never spoke to him again because I was like, who is that? But anyways, back to the fuckboy list. Eli, they don't, what?
He said things like, let me know, wait.
No, when you asked him if he's seen anyone else, oh, we just talked about that today too. When he asks if you've seen anyone else, he avoids answers and says something like, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, you don't have to.
That's so problematic. See, there's a big difference between like a fuckboy and an asshole. I'll take an asshole for 500 any day.
So this is more asshole than
no,
fuckboy.
it's not. An asshole.
But you don't have to.
No,
that's very honest.
No. Because a fuckboy would try to think that he was being nice by saying that. But someone who's an asshole would be like, yes, I'm seeing so and so and so and so. Do you have a problem with that? Be like mean or whatever. And so they say like stuff like, you don't have to worry about that, sweetie. Like it's just me and you time right now. Like blah blah blah. And that's terrible. Because like you're playing games in my mind. Be like, so is he? Is he not? He's saying like, I don't have to worry about that. Like
you don't got to worry about that.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
He uses phrases like,
keep me
posted and let's stay in touch when you invite us to come out instead of just giving you a straight answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I've never said that.
You've done that before. Yes, you have. You have.
I haven't.
Yes, you have. Elijah, I know.
Okay, she's known me over 10 years. Yes. So this is what she's trying to say. You remember back in 08.
Not, I'm not, you're acting like it's years ago. I would say you did that probably.
Okay, maybe I've said that in my past.
Maybe probably like 4 years ago.
When you invite me to come out instead of just giving you.
Keep me posted.
Yeah, I probably would have said keep me posted.
Yeah, I can say very specific incidents. I know you did that. So, yes, Elijah, you totally did that. Okay, his friends don't seem to know who you are, which chances slims he's raving to you about. I mean, no, I've never been in situations like that. Like most of the guys I've dealt with, like his friends, we know we are friends and stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say, you have to meet them really early for me not to tell them who you are. Maybe like first 3 months.
Yeah, because like most of the time, like we're doing something or like we're hanging out and they'll FaceTime around them or like something like that, like for them to know, yeah. Or his friends know about you but act like they know something you don't know because they do. He's seen other people. First of all,
now that's really real. That's real.
Listen, I'll say.
But on both ends though. Yes.
Women hold their friends way more accountable than men hold their friends when it comes to like respecting relationships. Guys are very much on like, not my business, don't ask, don't tell. Girls will be like, girl, what are you doing? Like, like I will say that. So like, typically we might not say something to the guy or something, but I'm saying like, guys like will literally not hold their friends accountable at all. Listen, I've lived it. Guys do not hold.
And you don't know when they don't take you seriously because they're trying to talk to you.
I'm trying to think. Has anyone's friends ever hit on me? Nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say no, and then I was like, yeah. But that was like early on. Anyways.
Right. I think we don't remember.
This is the one. The disappear for days from how you heard about them. Okay, let me explain something about the 3-day rule. That does not mean on 3 days we don't know each other.
We are back to the 4-day rule.
Listen, that's what I would like to point out because like people like to think this whole disappear for days and you hear about them and they'll be like, well, what? You said you needed space and stuff. Like, no, I meant I did not need you in my home. I still like need you to like check in. We need to talk, communicate. Like, if I don't, so maybe this is me being harsh, but in the beginning talking stages, if I don't hear from you in like 2 to 3 days, I assume we're no longer talking.
Say it again, in the first couple days?
And like talking stage, like if we're not established as anything, but we're like talking and seeing each other.
Often.
Yeah. And I haven't
or
seen.
Or give it a title maybe.
No, I'm saying we're talking. See, this is why that whole talking shit is like stupid because we're having a conversation right now trying to figure out what.
Trying to figure out what stage are we in the talking stage? Because this stage is within stage.
That's what I mean. Like,
of talking.
So, exactly.
Yeah.
So if we're in the talking stage and it's like we're talking, we've probably hooked up before. Yeah. If I don't hear from you like 2 to 3 days, I'm assuming we're not talking anymore. Because people ghost people now and like not really. And that's the thing about the talking stage too is guys talk to multiple girls, don't tell girls they talk to multiple girls. They'll make one of those girls like their girlfriend and then like stop talking to everybody else. But they don't say like, okay, question.
So girls are different than guys. Well, they're both, guys and girls are talking to multiple different people at different times.
I agree.
But they go about it, you're right, differently in communicating with each girl. Like for each girl, I'm not going to tell you about the girl. But women won't either, but you'll know really, really quick when she's not fucking with you. Like,
and I will say, if I'm talking to mom and I have a boyfriend, if someone hits me up to hang out, I'll be like, hey, like, sorry, I'm like busy with someone. I like will make it, like I will say like something to the point I'm now seeing someone. Guys don't do that.
No, yeah, there's no closure with none of the girls that you talk to. It's just like, damn, he don't talk to me no more. What happened?
Exactly, and you know, my friend told me this one thing. They were like, a guy is never going to like do that because they know that women don't like to have sex with like a lot of people. So they will like, so therefore guys want to always have you as an option in case something goes wrong. So if they sit down and have a closure inner thing with you,
yeah,
if nothing,
she probably will never fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
And if she does, it's gonna be like years from now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Yeah.
So I think that like if nothing happens, like say like you actually like the girl, it's just that like the other girl, because you know when you dated people, like say you're talking to 3 girls, but you pick the one girl to be your girlfriend. Like the 2 other ones, it's not necessarily like you don't like them or something. Like your girlfriend was just the best pick. So like if it's someone you still like, you don't want to sit down and be like, hey, I don't want to see you anymore, because then like that's closure and that's ending, shutting the door. So I think
you
guys
have that conversation, but I think because I don't know from a lot of guys that do it, they usually ghost, like at least my friends, they just stop talking to them altogether, or they might tell them like
so what
hey,
you
I don't want to cut you off. I've said I'm asking for serious. I'm serious.
That is such a lie.
Girl. And yeah.
Okay, at what point though did you tell them that you had a girl? When you and your girlfriend sat down and said,
when we got serious. Serious is like exclusive. Before. I know that sounds so like, but you know when like it's just y'all 2.
No, because I feel
like if y'all tell each other like.
But I feel like y'all were probably just you 2 before you established that it was just you 2. So I'm saying during that time period when it was just you 2, but you didn't.
We weren't girlfriend, boyfriend.
Yeah. What were you telling? Because you weren't hanging out with the other girls. So what were you saying to them when they would hit you up and stuff?
I just didn't text them back.
Ding ding, we have a customer. We have a customer. So.
But it's just because you know that you know what? No, you know how to read the room. You know who you're talking to, and if you know that the conversation will go further than if it goes further than just, yo, listen, I just want to cut this off, and they get to trying to be like, why?
Well, then why can't you just ghost them then after you said that? Because so at least you said that.
I mean, either way, I'm ghosting her.
No, I feel like if you say like, hey, sorry, it's over, I have a girlfriend, and she goes off and you don't respond, that's not ghosting because you ended it.
Okay.
Ghosting is literally like you chilling and then like.
I get that. Yeah, that's right.
Then like they stop texting you back. That's ghosting. So I'm saying you could have been like, sorry.
Yeah.
That would have been better.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
Eli's definitely eligible for this list. Oh no. I don't think people do that. 9, I don't get that.
Oh, 9. When you ask him what's up, he over-explains why he's been so busy and offers specific details like, hey, just been super busy with this work presentation and my cousin's in town, and also my dog is sick, so I haven't been sleeping. What's up with you?
I've never had a guy do that. If a guy,
that's a lot.
If they did that, I probably would never
guys, we just try to act brand new. Just act like I didn't text you in 4 days and be like, hey,
that's actually, I'd be like the nerve. That's what I'd be like, hey, whoa, what's been going on with you? I'd be like, are you kidding me?
Right.
Oh my god, when he sees other.
If anything, women over-explain. The city.
Yeah, I will.
Your city girl phase.
It says when other guys flirt with you in front of him, he seems unfazed.
You seem totally unfazed, not in a chill, do whatever you want because I'm a feminist way, but in the honestly could not care less about you way.
Have you ever been anywhere to like with a girl and guys have like hit on your girl in front of you? Or not your girl, but like whatever girl you were with? Really?
It's happened at like certain bars, yeah.
And then what do you do?
I mean, it doesn't, she shuts it down.
Oh, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't? You would just go with it?
No, I would wait for him to. I mean, I wouldn't flirt back, but like I wouldn't be like, no, I'm here with him. I would want.
But I mean, after they didn't flirt back, the guy kind of just went away. Yeah.
Oh, you mean like when you go and get
like we're out? You know what I'm saying? Like say we're out at like a bar and it's getting lit or something like that, and I go get a drink. Somebody's talking to her, and then.
Oh yeah, that's when I'll be like, yeah, my boyfriend went to go get a drink or something. I thought you meant like if someone comes up to you, like with you two like together, and the guy hits on you. Then I would expect him to say something if he's standing right there, because I would feel like I was emasculating him if I was like stepped in.
Yeah, no, I would definitely step in that situation. That's funny. That was in an episode of my show.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you were at some party and the girl, and she went up and like, right? You were talking to a girl and she went up and interrupted it, right?
She didn't interrupt it. She just looked pissed off in the distance.
See, I wouldn't do that. I would just talk to another guy then. I would be pissed off in the distance. Like, okay, we can play this game all day. Okay. Oh, when you run into other girls when you're out, he doesn't introduce you as his girlfriend. He's like, okay, so what do you introduce girls as? If they are not your girlfriend, but you are talking to them on a date, whatever, what you say? What you
my friend. That's my friend.
That's heavy on the friend?
Or no. If it's early, or if we just established that we fuck buddies, this is my friend. If it's like kind of later on, where it's like the great talking stage, it's like, this is Ashley. This is her.
I know. I'd rather you not like call me my name. Like, like, because I feel like, and you say
this
friend. Yeah, because you said this is a friend, that's disrespectful. And like, clearly yeah, I agree.
That's safe.
He's always texting other people when you're together, and they're definitely not pro. We talked about this. If you're not okay. I mean, texting when you're around someone shows you're disinterested.
Yeah, you're not really present.
I look at you sideways if you get a text and a call and you don't answer it. Because you're hiding something.
That sounds like what's the word? Catch-22?
No, it's
yes,
not.
it is.
No.
Yes, it is.
Stop it.
If you just said it. If I text somebody, he's not interested, he's not being present. If somebody texts him and he doesn't text him, then that's suspicious.
I'm saying, like, if I'm sitting there and you're texting the whole time, then you're not interested. If someone texts you and you could be like, hey, I'm chilling with Faith, then I'd be like, all right. Or someone calls
But who is saying out loud, hey, I'm chilling with Faith, and I start talking out loud?
My eyes, these eyes, I can see you, like, texting me like, hey, I'm chilling with Faith. Or you just text, hey, I'm chilling with someone. But if someone calls, I expect you to answer and be like, hey, I can't talk right now. I'm flexing. Because that's what I do. Because I feel like if I don't, it looks weird. Like, it looks like I'm, like, hiding something. Because I don't know, I run, like, at this point in my life, like, you gotta be, like, brutally honest. So, like, if you don't do that, I feel like you're hiding something or trying to, like, and it's just awkward.
But you saying brutally honest in what you think honesty looks like, because if I'm telling the truth and I just really don't feel like answering this call, this sounds my own calls. And I'm just like, dude.
And you don't say, but I always text if it's my mom, I'm like,
yeah, see, a little custom, can I call you later or something?
No, I don't say like, hey, I do the yeah. But like, the way I go, I don't like text messages, I don't answer text. Let me look how many misread text messages I have right now. I have 224 unread text messages. So like, I don't text like that, but I'm saying like a call, I always listen to, because think about it, you don't just call everyone, but you text just everyone. You know?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
I like this one. He shadily will not respond to you during prime date hours of 7 to 11 p.m. because he's obviously on other dates.
So one should be also like, he never takes you on a date. Because that should tell you.
You always be like, hey, you trying to smoke?
Listen. I'm at the point in my mind, I'm about to tell people I don't smoke.
We're trying to smoke you out the draws, boy.
And you know, COVID has made it worse.
Yeah.
Yo, she wanted to go out, and he was like, well, I'm COVID conscious, so I don't go anywhere. And I'm like, fuck out of here! Fuck out of here! He met you.
I just seen you at Marquee last week.
No,
no mask.
I'm like, he met you on an app. How the fuck you COVID conscious and you meeting up with strangers? He don't know what you do, like nothing about you, but he's COVID conscious. But he comes to a stranger's house. Like, get out of here. If you don't want to take, if you broke, say so. If you don't want to pay for a date, say so. If you're lazy, say so. Talking about that shit bothers me. Like, be like, what do you want to do? And then they'll be like, casually, so you smoke? I'm gonna be like, no. Hate it. One time, this is funny. One time, this guy asked me. It was like, let's get drinks. And I was like, all right. And he was like, oh, do you smoke? And I was like, yes. And I should have said no. And he was like, oh, let's go, let's smoke. And I was like, no, you're not coming to my house. And I'm not coming to yours. And he was like, whoa, who said anything about that? And I was like, well, where are you to smoke? Like, I heard something. And he was just like, no. Like, he said some weird thing. I was like, okay, whatever. And then he was like, so can you text your plug to get some? And I was like,
text my plug.
I was like, sir, this
you
is
want
not.
me to do the work?
This is not how this
me
works.
to talk to the middleman?
I know. I was like, chivalry's dead. You can't even get like a smoke date without them even bringing weed. Like, what the hell? I was like, so sir, you want to smoke? You don't want to. So I was like,
my weed at my house. In my panties.
Yes. Is this what you really thought that's what's gonna happen? And and he kept saying, I was like, no, I'm not going anywhere with you. And he was like, no, I was just joking. I was like, no, I don't think you realize, like, now I'm not going anywhere with you. And then he was like, I was like, I can smoke by myself and then meet you somewhere, and then like we can just decide to come high.
So he got weed, but wanted you to hit up your
No. He didn't have anything. I was just saying, like, I was like, this is like my rules to this thing. I do not provide things for anyone. No guy who's asking me to smoke, because like that to me means they probably really don't smoke that much, but they like are into trying to smoke. Or like a lot of guys have a thing, they think it's like sexy or cool, a girl who smokes, so they like are like kind of fake into it. So they'll say that they do that, so then they come, and then those are the type of guys that will try to keep pinching your weed and keep pinching all of your shit, like you never want to buy something. I don't have time, it's mine. Get your own. But yeah. Only Mary Jane can make me feel that passionate about it. Okay, he avoids direct eye contact with you when there's other girls flirting with him?
His friends.
No, flirting with him, and more than likely some of them are also hooking up with him. Have you ever ran into a girl you were hooking up with when you were with your
main girl? Or the girlfriend? Yeah.
Our girl?
Oh yeah.
How was that?
It's, hey, and just keep moving, or don't speak at all. We just.
And what, you weren't worried about like making your, what you call it, upset?
My girlfriend?
Your other. Did she know who the girl
I
was?
wasn't worried about her being upset. If we used to have sex, that's used to.
Oh.
We don't do it anymore.
Okay, no, I'm saying.
Oh, we talking about doing a talking stage.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, that's bad. That can be like, that can be bad, because she could just pull up on us. And
Exactly. Have you ever had that happen?
Yeah. Yeah,
How
and
is that?
luckily everybody just played their part. And
Wait, what?
yeah, played their part, man. Listen, no, so I was already with the girl. So me and the girl are being me and the girl walking this way, and then the girl by herself is just being over there by herself with a drink and doing her thing.
And that's her part?
That's her part. We all just do, and she do.
This is so problematic. Elijah definitely has discovered the list he's a part of. Oh, the picture. Okay, I don't get this.
Never initiated taking a picture with you, and he's never posted one of you guys hanging out on social.
Okay, so
I don't think anybody's tripping off that anymore.
okay. Here's my thing.
Maybe if you're in a relationship.
Yes, if you are in a relationship, I should be able to semi-tell, not necessarily by an Instagram post, a story once in a while, something that like the girl exists or someone exists. If like, but I'm not even a big poster on like saying like, oh, like my boyfriend, whatever. But like, if I see, I like posting a lot of stuff in my stories. So I'm not going to like, say if I record something and then like do the same stuff in the background, I'm not gonna be like, oh fuck, I gotta delete that because people are gonna hear like in the background and stuff like that. I feel like some guys though are like that. They're like, they'll like take a picture on an angle to make sure homegirl's not in the background or like doing stuff. But even on talking stages, I'm not like that. Because I feel like maybe I'm open. Maybe I'm like an open book. But like, even if I'm just talking to a guy, if I see something like, no, I'm a liar, because if I'm on a date, I definitely like angle that photo like,
of course,
just to like in my plate, like I'm taking myself out.
Because you don't want all those people in your business like that.
Exactly. So stuff like that. But I'm saying like, if we're hanging out and like I'm videoing something and someone saying something in the background, I'm
it's like it's not necessary. But then also, if I want to, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
But I feel like birthday, you need to do a happy birthday.
Mm-hmm. Birthday, yeah.
But that's it. That's the only one I like feel like required. But
what, birthdays and what? Christmas?
No, I mean, you're not married. Why you gotta wait for Merry Christmas? Oh, Valentine's. Listen.
Valentine's Day really ain't fit.
No, because me and my friend were talking about, we were like, you always discover niggas have kids on Father's Day. Every year, it's like a new one. I'm like, shit, they have a kid. And Valentine's Day, you find out they have a girl.
It's Valentine's Day and New Year's when you find out people either having babies.
Oh no, but I'm saying straight up have a girl on Valentine's Day. Like I found out, like I'll be like, 5 of these niggas was in my DMs like a month ago, and then Valentine's Day they're at dinner.
Do you stuff to a woman to woman?
Okay.
have you woman to woman?
People woman to woman the fuck out of me, but like,
you initiator of the woman to woman?
I've never been like a side like thing to like do that.
I thought you said somebody slid to your DM that he was getting engaged.
I know, but I didn't do anything with him. They just like slid into my DMs trying to like hook up with me. And I didn't, but I'm saying I didn't do anything with it. I mean, cause like I said, no, cause those niggas are like, those are the niggas that are like, I want to see you, but they just want to come over to your house, and like, so they're not going to come over to my house. So like, those are those type of things. But like the whole coming to you woman to woman type of thing, here's my thing with that. Don't like, why? Like, the only because like when you're like, I feel like any relationship you need enough evidence to leave, you're not ready to leave. And then any situation where you're like, so is the woman coming to you as a woman, that's the side girl, right? You've been messing with your person.
Yeah, it's like the side girl coming up to.
Most of the time that when the side girl approaches
I don't
you,
think the intentions ever happen. You know what I mean?
No, well, most of the time I've seen when side girls have ever approached me, like they've always downplayed their whole thing. You know what I mean? Like they always are like,
yeah.
They always downplay. I mean, I've had a girl try to tell me straight up that like she never even did anything with them. And like literally she was.
Wait, so why did she come to you?
No, okay. Okay, no. It was a situation like my daughter had a phone and a call kept coming and it was like he had changed the number to like it was a work number. Yeah. So I answered it being like, hey, like it's like we're doing something, like Adriana's phone, like what's up? And then find out it was a girl. But like she like tried to be like, cause I would be like, so, and she was like being weird. I'm like, well, if you knew all this, then like why are you hanging out with him? And she was like, cause we're friends. People can have friends. You don't have friends. You're calling me. You're talking to me on the phone. Yeah, like all of that. And I was like, God. I was like, this is like, I'm like, why? But yeah, so like most of the time, like I have never had a woman approach me on some like, you know, like I feel like she always has motives and whatever. I've never heard of that situation like happening well. So that's my thoughts of that. My thing is if you have, like most of the time, the girl you're approaching, so like the girl who's being cheated on, she's aware that something's going on. So like you are just affirming something. And I'm saying, I feel like you're ready to leave a situation if you can leave with no evidence. Meaning like, so if you think someone's cheating on you, if you're unhappy in the situation, if you feel insecure, you can leave the situation. You don't need, girls who are like, oh, I need to see picture, like, make sure you get a photo, so I can show him all. Like, why? Why do you need to show him the picture? He know what he did. He don't need to see it. Like, if a girl showed you a picture, does that make you feel any different than, like, her teasing you?
I probably feel bad because I got caught.
But, I mean...
But that's the ego thing.
Yeah. It's not like, it doesn't change.
Because you did what you did even before she showed you the photo. Right.
So that's what I'm saying, like, it's just more, you can't, like, okay, if he has a photo, if you have a photo, then he can't say it wasn't me, but I'm saying, like, you know, it's still fuckboydom, because even if he's lying, that's part of it. I think that's the main thing with fuckboys. But let me see with the there's another thing with how to spot a fuck girl. That's what Medium calls it, fuck girl, but they're of the Caucasian descent, so we'll call them city girls.
I'll make city girls for us.
But there's, okay. She wants to know she's desirable and wanted. She wants to feel like a catch. She wants to know she has power over someone else, and she uses sex to get it.
I don't know why I thought you was trying to make a rhyme just now. Like, it sounded like a nursery rhyme. Nothing under that.
So it looks like someone who uses their looks to get what they want. I don't think that's a fuck girl. I think that's just like, okay, someone say, and it says,
I don't think that's a fuck girl.
She comes on hard. So someone, no, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's already starting going down hard. She comes up hard. No, there is nothing wrong with being direct. I'm a very direct person. I don't think that's hard. I don't think that's a fuck girl.
A fuck girl doesn't have time to fuck around. She wants to find out that she has a chance with you and take it as soon as she can. She doesn't want to just get to know you and see where things go. She wants to feel hot and in control, and she can't feel that way unless she gets you in bed or at least fawning over her. She'll seem like she's getting really invested in you and moving things along really quickly. It's not because she's developing serious feelings for you though. It's because she wants you to get invested in her.
I mean, but no, stop it. That's a fuck girl? Are you kidding me? That seems like someone who knows what they want, who's assertive, who doesn't have time for games and doesn't have time for fuckboys. So what? If you don't have time for fuckboys, you're a fuck girl?
I don't know, this sounds kind of insecure. Like an insecure person, like,
she
don't care about you, but she just invested on what she can, what she wants you to get invested in her. Not like insecure, but like, low self-esteem or some shit like that.
No, I posted something the other day. What did I post?
I don't really.
I
looking to like exchange.
I posted. What did I post the other day? It was like if someone's not. Oh my god. I was like, this is what I'm on from now on. But it was like if someone's not obsessed with me, I don't want them. So I said, wait, I gotta find it. It was literally archived. I'm gonna find it for my story. I posted it, I think yesterday. Let me see. Oh my god.
I need someone that's obsessed with me.
Not obsessed. I said if a nigga's not. Oh man, I can't find it. It was something like.
It was on Justin LA Boy page?
No, it was just on some openly. It wasn't on like something. I thought I could see it with my archived stories, but it was literally like, if he's not obsessed with me, I don't want him. But I just mean that to the fact I feel like I go hard for people, and I just expect the same from me. So if you're not like actually obsessed with me, go ahead. Is that problematic?
No, what you said just right there, that ain't problematic. Because if you really like somebody, you'll express it in whatever way your love language is, or whatever that may be. But I think that's how it is. This just seemed like somebody that's just an opportunist. Like they don't really care about who you are. I think that's the thing about a fuck boy and a fuck girl. It's just like, I don't care about your feelings. I want what I want. If you get something that you want, it's out of a byproduct of what I got. You know what I mean? It just happened to fall on you.
So can someone have? Oh wait, she only texts or calls you late at night. That sounds like a booty call though. She's only interested in minimum. Oh, she makes fun of you for wanting more in the relationship. Okay. Oh, you can't.
Conversation stays shallow.
You can't depend on her. A fuck girl cancel plans. Like
that's real. Now you can agree with that. Like you can't depend on a fuck girl.
But here's the thing. Like, when are you making these plans? Like, are you making these plans like with me? Like too far in advance that I don't know if I'll be like sitting and eating popcorn and watching Netflix for like hours and not wanting to leave my house.
I feel like with this, it's like a fuck girl is like, say her birthday was like a week ago.
Yeah.
On this day, and you get her a Birkin, all this other different stuff, everything that she wanted for a birthday party and stuff like that. And then a couple days later, you like, hey, I know you off today. Can you give me a ride to the airport? And you don't answer. You ghost her.
I would be like, well, why can't you have an Uber? I'm lying. I would take you to the airport with me. I don't know. I mean, canceling, but I will say, I don't mind canceling plans. What pisses me off is if you tell me you're on the way and you never show up, shit like that, like the hell. Like I feel like that at a certain age, adults should not function like that. Yeah, like have you ever told someone you're on the way, somebody never showed up?
Yes.
What? That
I have.
Yeah, that what?
But it wasn't.
It wasn't what?
It's a function. I wasn't gonna make it. That didn't even go with fuckboy. That's like I'm 5 minutes away and I don't show up. That's like I'm in the bed already. I wasn't coming.
So why stop it? Why would you say you're 5 minutes away? At that point, no. I don't return texts and stuff like that. You don't say you're on the way. Man. But I can't stand when people are like, oh, I'm coming over, or oh, I'm doing something. Like I stopped talking. Oh.
I'm talking about friends. I'm talking about like friend parties. Dates, no, I've never done that with.
Not a date. I'm talking about even someone like you're not going anywhere. You're just coming over to their house, like to spend the night or something. Have you ever said you're gonna come and not?
No, I've never done that. No. I thought we were talking like in general. In general, have you ever done that? But no. If I say I'm gonna come to your house, I think we both on the same page, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So that's not normal behavior. Okay. So that's good. So we get it. She's weirdly competitive. I'm competitive, so I'm problematically competitive. I don't lose at anything. No, I told someone the other day. Oh yeah, you know.
And yo, she's the best person I've ever seen play beer pong. Literally.
I never lost a game. I don't think I have. No, I haven't. No, because even when
she was pregnant.
I was
pregnant like 9 months.
Okay, but I was
different. Oh yeah, oh no, she wasn't drinking. I'm sorry. She was not drinking. I'm sorry.
I was not drinking.
She was not drinking.
I was just like throwing for the like drunk people. But yeah. Yeah. No, I'm really good at beer pong. No, I played with like coworkers and they were like all shocked I beat them all. Like I've never lost.
Yeah.
Crown me. But yeah. I mean, I was considering it. I think I should like start taking bets and stuff and make
You should.
But I'm weirdly competitive, and I don't think that's a problem either. Well, wait. Did she get intense when you... Oh, wait. So when you ever bring up other girls, does she get like the need to make them better than you? Have you ever dated someone who was like intimidated by your like mom and sister and like felt like...
Yeah.
Like
I don't like that though. That's very... Like, I hate... Because you don't really get to meet my parents until... Like, we're already in a relationship.
Yeah.
And so when I see that, I be like, yo, chill. Like, it ain't that
But was
like,
it your mom acting... Guys are...
No, my mom's is very nice. Nicer than most moms.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what was she like? What was her issue?
I think it's just like women beliefs about men's mom. They just think like, oh, she's trying to grill me. They don't... Yeah, like even if my mom is nice, she'll still be like, nah, she
What
she
is
really
your definition of your mom being nice? Like, what would she say?
She doesn't test anybody.
But you're not, you're being
She's
general.
very welcoming.
I need a specific, like, what would you, like, I need a specific.
I don't know, what do nice people do? Like something to eat when
So you're saying if she came in, do you want something to eat, she would be like, she's testing me?
Oh, you're talking about for the... I don't know, she just... Girls just get really cynical about female family members.
No, I'm like, I need a specific, like, thing.
I can't give you a specific.
I'm telling you, I'm like, okay, I'm not shady about people without me, but like, people have to recognize sometimes your mom can be shady. Or your sister can be shady.
I think moms are just... At least for my mom, maybe she's intimidating.
Oh, so how is she intimidating?
I don't know. I think...
Like, did she come out? Like, you're her baby. You're telling me, like, she don't check up girls thinking they're not good enough?
That might be one reason. She's possessive of me. Mothers. Yeah, possessive mother. Why are you looking at me like that? It sounds like somebody you know? What's
No,
that?
I'm saying possessive. You don't think that's problematic if you're dating someone?
No, because I can put my mom in check. Like, Mom, you tripping right now.
Do you?
Yes. Yes.
I'm like, you can, but do you?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, moms are like, so when I was pregnant, my mom thought like they were like, you're like trying to exploit my son for all his like riches and like all his potential. We were in college. So like,
That's my boy.
but I'm saying so I'm saying like that's like, and it was like a demand for like a DNA test and all that because I was like supposedly I was supposedly exploiting for like, you know, all of this game. So I'm saying like that's the type of delusions mom. I'm a mom, I know, like, but I'm a realistic mom. But like I think those moms, I have girls, I think something happens when moms have these boys, they get these like delusions in their head that their sons are like this. So then they like, every woman that approaches is not good. So I'm saying like, it's good if you can check your mom, but I'm saying, do you? Like,
I do check my mom. Yeah, for sure. And we have that understanding. And when I tell people I'll check my mom, they're like, what, you say that? I'm like, we have that rapport. Like,
Yeah.
we're cool like that, yeah.
so,
What I have noticed though, I think as we've gotten older in dating, you know how like you always hear about moms are protective of their sons, dads are protective of their daughters.
Yeah.
Like as I've gotten older, moms are more protective of their daughters because they see kind of like their daughter the same age as they were when they were starting in their 20s, and they don't want them to go through like the fuck boys that they went through. So they'll
did
start
your mom
feeling,
ever tell you about a girl when you meet and she'd be like, she's not good, like she's not good for you, or she's this and that?
yeah, she has. Not two of them.
So that's what I'm saying. So,
But has your mom ever been like, yo, don't mess with him?
Oh, yeah.
And give you a story like in her 20s?
no, not on her
Yeah.
20s. It's more like she just is like, my mom doesn't even like try to like give reasons for why. Like she's not a conversator. She just like, don't, it's gonna ruin your life. That's literally at the end of it. She's very like that. So I mean, I don't know. But it looks like you are definitely clearing the fuckboy list, Elijah.
No. I think I failed that test. I think I only done 2 out of 15.
No, I would say like 4 or 5. So that's going to be material for your next show. We're going to call it City Girls versus Fuckboys out in these streets. And you should do it. Oh, who's your girlfriend? Because you guys left. You weren't like you left the season on. It started with
her friend going on a date with my friend.
Yeah, so it started with a new couple.
Yep.
So okay, so I think it should be like Abby and your
Joe.
Mm-hmm. Joe's gonna be on his fuckboy shit, and Abby needs to be on her city girl shit all next season.
We'll see what happens.
And then that's gonna happen.
We'll
so you guys make sure that you check out Eli Porterhouse on YouTube. Check out Toxic Season 1.
And you can look it up at Toxic Eli Porterhouse, because if you just put Toxic, you might see Britney Spears music video or something like that. But Toxic Eli Porterhouse. Eli Porterhouse is all one word. That's my IG handle. Definitely check out the Perspective Podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
And follow them on Instagram. They do a thing where it's slide in your DMs and like you can ask them questions and they answer all of your questions. So you can ask them like whatever you want and they will go and talk about it, which is pretty cool. So definitely do that and slide on. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Make sure you follow HiHighHunnies.com and watch for the drop. It's gonna be April 10th. And also make sure you, I said like and subscribe, follow us on Instagram at HiHighHunnies.com. And we are, at HiHighHunnies. Anyways, guys, hopefully you're nice and elevated like we are, and have a good night. Bye.
Have a good one.